Hey guys, welcome to the NPC Podcast. Today would be the first episode. I have my special guest and co-host, Lily.
Hello.
Why don't you
Oh,
introduce yourself a bit?
um, I'm Lily, and I'm your friend.
Acquaintance, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just Lily. I'm Dan's friend.
Yeah, we're friends. We play online, and just wanted to record a podcast together. All right.
Yep.
So Lily, it's been a couple of weeks, but there was that whole Smash drama going on, controversy
Ooh.
last
Uh-huh.
month and so.
Uh-huh.
So, what do you think about that?
Nasty. But I mean, that's the basic of it. Gross.
Yeah,
And when
but
you start digging deeper into it, it's disappointing.
yeah, it was actually quite disappointing how some of the pros in the Smash community just did some really sketchy stuff with underage people.
Mm-hmm.
I really do hope that the community comes back from this, because we're getting rid of these bad apples. But I like Smash, and I would like to go back into like tournaments and stuff, and just being confident that people would be safe through those kind
Yeah.
of events.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say that for the Smash community, I feel that like in any other gaming community, there's like the competitive side of it, right?
Yeah.
And not all games, but online,
Uh-huh.
when you start talking with other people, you know who you're fighting, you're right there next to them, right? Online, like you can just mouth your head off, and there's toxicity in that, but in Smash, you don't get that. You don't get to talk to the other person you're playing with. I mean, not in quick play. In tournaments, I mean, for the most part, like when I see you see them get annoyed sometimes, like the occasional trash talk, but
Mhm.
you always got a handshake in the end. And it's
I'm
nice to see those tournaments that are like, it's good, it's all chill, they're playing a competitive game. And then sometimes you get the very
There's always the salty player in like
yeah,
the Smash, like the guy who loses gets three stock, and then slams his controller on the ground.
yeah, uh-huh.
There's always just seems to be one of those guys in in the tournament scene.
Mhm. And for Smash, they've always been very, very, very proud of their themselves, their skills, what characters they consider good, which characters they consider bad. Like a while ago, that there was this young girl playing Smash, right? She mained Isabel, and you know what people think about Isabel as a Smash character, but she managed to be one of the pros as Isabel, and she was still a teen, right? And what happened after that? People got mad because she was just playing as Isabel, and people got salt over that.
Well, yeah, I feel like if someone plays like a lower mid tier, no skill players, I mean characters, you'll get sawed over that. There's these dudes that spend like 300 hours,
Yeah,
just playing
just their
Richter,
one character.
yeah, they're one. Especially now, people going with the Falco aerials.
So I was in Quip play, and I decided to play a different character that I don't play at all because I only play as Daisy, and I can't even remember the character I was playing. All I remember I was getting upset with a Falco I was playing with, and they kept only doing aerials like constant. And they were doing the most amazing combos, and I
Hmm.
just couldn't get past it, and they killed me so quickly. We were on what was it, 2 stocks? That was it. I barely got to touch them. They were probably at like less than 30%. But I met one, and I never want to meet one again. Not until I get better.
Yeah, stuff like that. Sometimes it could get to people,
Hmm.
especially if you get like caught in like kind of like loops and you just can't do anything to punish.
Yeah,
It sucks, but
it really does.
it's just the name of the game, I guess. Speaking of Smash, it's been a few, I would say, months now, or a few
Hmm.
weeks at least, no more Smash news on when we might get a announcement for the, second character in the DLC pass.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna be the fall and winter, and I hope we get another character, before
Yeah.
Christmas and all that.
Our own little Smash Christmas. We get a new character. Finger crossed it's not, the name that should not be named.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
would love to see a character from I don't know. I just don't want a human.
no
I
humans?
feel no human. I just want another creature like thing to be as the next Smash character.
Now, what if I tell you of a character who's not a human, but a half genie hero that I would like in Smash? Put my girl
Explain.
Shantae in Smash.
I mean, technically, she's got the elf ears. I wouldn't even mind her. She's cool. I haven't played the games myself, but I love the artwork from that game.
Yeah. I think if the original game, I think, is getting a re-release physical, and yeah, and it's gonna be on
Switch?
For the Switch.
Ooh. Did they say when they were gonna re-release it?
I believe they did, but I just don't have the date on me at the moment. But yeah, nice announcement I heard over Twitter, so that was pretty cool.
I like the designs for the characters. I remember there's this one mermaid lady. I liked her. I would want to play the games.
They're pretty fun. I kind of hope we get a new one in a couple years at least.
Man, but Shantae. Yeah, Shantae in Smash. I like it. I'm always for cute looking girls in Smash, cause Daisy.
But you said cute examples, right?
Yes, of course. Daisy is part of that. I don't know. I just want either creature or lady. I don't even know the ratio to guy to girls in Smash, but I feel like it's even. It doesn't feel like there's more of one than the other.
There's definitely more
I know? I don't
guys.
Daisy.
Yeah. There's definitely more guys in Smash, but I mean, it doesn't feel like they're like purposely getting rid of. Well, not overpowering, but it doesn't feel like Sakurai and the team isn't like literally saying, "Oh, a woman character, that's cringe. Get her out of the ballot. Let's put in Violet."
Violet, Min.
But yeah, there's less females, but I mean, there's just
it doesn't
overall
feel
I
too
think
overpowering
less female,
of the guys.
and I just feel like there's just less female characters in the video game genre in general. But they got a good selection so far in the roster. Sorry, I blanked out for a second.
Man, knowing that like some of the top tier characters are the female characters, like Princess Peach, she's been top tier, and she's like typically like the most girliest one, right? And to see her in the top tier, I don't know, it just feels nice. And even her taunts, like the way she speaks, like when she wins, the way she poses, it's all girly, but hey, top tier.
Speaking of, girlies stuff and just like females in Smash, how do you think, what do you think of, the whole Smash community and how they incorporate female gamers as well into the scene?
Well, I think it's rather rare. Like, it's obviously more male
guys.
players. Yeah, more male players playing Smash. And it's probably going to be like that for a while until they start, recognizing more of the chicks who play it. And even so, like, I know there's streamers out there who are girls who play Smash, but they're less recognizable. They're less noticed. And when they are noticed, usually, drama starts, especially in Twitch. Not all chicks. There's many. It's just they're not noticed. But the ones who do get the most attention, who are female Twitch streamers, there's always some type of thing going around about them, you know?
Mhm.
But the ones who are just chilling, they're just vibing, playing their games, playing Smash, and they got their fans, but they're just not as recognized as the guy players. And I love to see more girl Smash players in tournaments. Like that one girl, like from earlier, the 17-year-old playing Isabel, who won, but she got completely, like, instead of like congratulating her on her win, they were shaming her for using Isabel. And she was so upset that she had talent for the game, and she quit playing. She doesn't go to tournaments anymore just because of the hate. She didn't want to go through it again.
That
And I
really.
feel like
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like, because, like, until the Smash community decides to stop doing that, to stop hating on them and like hating on them instead of congratulating them, once they start appreciating them and saying like, "Oh shoot, you won with this character that everybody thinks is trash. Like, good job." Once they start doing that, I feel more girls who play Smash are just gonna come out and be like, "Oh, I want to try streaming. Oh, I want to try joining tournaments." And the more we start like shaming them, like inviting them towards those things, is when we're gonna see more of them.
But
But
yes,
right
but
now they're in the dark.
I see. But yeah, Lily. But there is kind of a big problem that's been going on though. It's like not just like the rude comments like, "Oh, you play good for a girl, I guess," and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that. Um, Another big thing with like this is especially with like tournaments, is that female gamers will feel like really uncomfortable with like, the guys who go to these like kind of things. There's always those kind of dudes that like try to hit on the chicks,
Oh
and
yeah.
but like, people just want to play, right?
No,
And they don't want
it's
like
not a
people
dating
be,
convention.
yeah, it's not a dating convention. Don't be creepy, bro, and just like walk up to these chicks when obviously all they want to do is just play these tournaments, bro.
Yeah.
Just stay in your lane, bro.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really
Because they just want to be there treated as like any other professional gamer, you know, any
yeah,
other competitor in a tournament. But when they're a girl, it's like, oh, like that's like for, the creeps out there, like, oh, that's pretty hot. Let me just completely ignore the fact you're trying to go into a tournament and just get at you.
yeah, and that's something I really hope goes away. Just like sexual harassment in the gaming scene in general, I think that shouldn't be going on now.
I
Not
feel like
just
I was just gonna say that I feel like there's always gonna be that one guy you meet in one lobby, and for any game at that, but specifically the Smash community, there's always gonna be that one guy who's harassing this one chick for like any little thing, right? But there's also has to be those other guys who stand up for her,
yeah,
And
I
it,
think
and if like if they would just have a defense and people would just start speaking out when they hear that type of stuff, when they start hearing someone else harassing the other chick, if
mhm.
they start speaking out and say like, "Hey, bro, that's not cool. You better like you gotta stop." If they had more defense in that, I feel like slowly it would just start going down. But
Yeah,
there's always gonna be that one dude.
I really don't like saying it's inevitable, but reality is there's usually someone like that. But,
Yep.
if you see someone like that, especially if you're one of the guys, call people out on stuff like that.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's not cool, bro. We shouldn't be making other players uncomfortable.
Yeah, and as a girl who plays games, it feels so nice when they do that. 'Cause like for me in school, in this one, I don't know, I guess you could call it a gaming club,
Yeah.
but we would play Smash, and I was one of the very few girls who would be in there. And honestly, like the other girls were just there because their guy friends were there, and they would
Hmm.
just sit by them and watch, right? But I would actually like sometimes try to get early as I possibly could to get my control and be part of the game, or else like it fills up.
Hmm.
And I remember this one time, oh, this guy was complaining so much because I was still new. This was in the Wii U days. He would complain so much about how I would play Peach because I would always use a B for the parasol. And at one point, he was that kind of kid who would like get super mad in games, you know? Any little thing, anything that he found annoying, oh, he was triggered. And I guess I killed.
Your actions have consequences.
But I mean, yeah, he was that type of kid. And one time, I mean, again, Wii U days, I wasn't good at Smash at all, but I was learning, and I managed to kill him with my up B. And I remember like hearing the sound of the controller just hit the floor, and he's like, "That's freaking stupid." Well, I mean, you know, he said the thing, but I'm Lily. I don't say that. But he was like, "Oh, this is freaking stupid." That's not even a real combo. And at the time, I don't know what a combo was. I was just pressing buttons and trying to see what works and what doesn't. He said, "That's not even a real combo." And I knew he was the guy that I killed because it was his last stock. He wasn't in the game anymore. And I kept on playing. And it was so obvious that he knew I was Peach. I was the one playing as Peach. But he's behind me because we have like rows of chairs, right? And he's behind me, and I hear the control fall, and he's shouting out, and I just hear, because I don't want to look back because I'm like intimidated by this freshman kid because I'm also a freshman. And I just remember hearing one guy be like, "Hey bro, chill, it's fine, you'll play next game." Like he was, and hearing that and just hearing him shut up, I was just relieved. And like the round ends, like somebody else won. I was killed, obviously. And he just picked up his bag and he left. And like everybody else just kept playing regularly. It was just that one kid. But hearing like the other one just be chill.
Yeah. Tell him to like, "Yo bro, calm down."
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice of him to do. And I think it's something we all should, kind of do, just like, yeah, these things are competitive, but like, in the end, just try to have like a little fun. Also, if, especially if it's like a girl you're going up against and you start, raging, they might feel, I don't know what.
Intimidated.
Yeah, intimidated, yeah. And that's not cool, bro.
I know. And they're gonna feel like, oh shit, cause like we don't want to make people mad, you know. You just want to play the game. So I guess for a girl, hearing a guy like just set off because you did something good, it makes you not want to do the good anymore, or else people get upset. And the good is just being good at Smash, and it makes you just want to not play with others.
So in conclusion, what you're saying is, girls just want to have fun.
Yes, girls just want to have fun. They want to have fun playing Smash.
A little note on that matter. I could see you're maybe like a little bit of a B spammer back then, because obviously you're really early into you playing. But honestly, if you get caught up by like a B spammer like that, come on, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I felt, because that kid, he would get upset, and I remember, because I would watch, before I started playing myself, and I would just watch him, he would get upset, right? But he wouldn't drop his controller or, like, shout or anything. He would just be like, "Oh, that's stupid," and say a few things, and done. No one says anything, right? And that's for all the guys. I was the only girl playing. But when I killed him in a really dumb way, and he shouted like that, like, it just felt, for me, out of the blue, because he never done it before. And I was more confused because it was about me, right? Again, that guy just had him chill out and he left. Rage quit.
There's another thing I would like to talk with you. The sad reality is like, as you play more, and as you get bigger and better and more popular, playing games, like it just amplifies like how you
Oh
get
yeah.
mistreated, you know?
Mhm. Uh, I was just thinking of, I don't know if you heard of it, but about this one game that you get to control a girl streamer.
Oh, wow. We could talk about that later.
Oh, okay. It just came to mind.
For
Like the
research purposes.
I mean, the concept of it is good. The way they're executing it is not good. But I was just thinking that, like, for a girl streamer, I'm pretty sure in every stream you're in, you're gonna get at least the one. At
Show your
least the one yeah, there you go, exactly. Or take off your shirt, or
Take off.
anything like that. Or comments about your bust, or your figure, your face, anything. There's gonna be that one sexual comment. And you just have to ignore it. That's really what they do. They ignore it. Sometimes they do call it out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it's better to just ignore. But sometimes when it's literally the entire chat, I don't know how, I really don't know how they deal with it. Because if it
Get
were
up
me,
from the chair. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Get up from the chair, and then you just see the chat. As you get up from the chair, grab something. Whole chat spamming thick.
oh my
in the
gosh,
comment section.
exactly.
Jeez. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't know. I really don't know how they can put up with it.
Like,
I really don't.
You got like that kind of like frustrated energy, like just go to like something like the hub, but like chill with these streamers and like being all thirsty like that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your kind of thing, there's other kind of streams that you
yeah.
know can meet your donate to those instead. Yeah. I mean, if that's the kind of things you're looking for, there's other kinds of streams you could go to and just like
see what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's two, I don't know how you would call it. I guess two common types of attention that they get. There's like the bad, supposedly positive, where like they're complimenting only their looks, you know, making the sexual comments and things like that. And it's what they think is good. Like, oh, I'm complimenting her. This is nice. And then completely forgetting the fact that she's playing a game and that she's good at it. Or maybe not good at it, you know, just completely ignoring what she's doing and only focusing on her body, right? And the idea of her. There's those, and then there's the ones that are just full on, I hate girls playing games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the ones like, oh, she's annoying, she shouldn't be playing this game, she should go healer. You know, typical things like that. Or stereotypical things for a girl gamer to be playing as, like, certain characters, you know? Like, a common one in Overwatch, like, oh, why don't you go Mercy? You know?
Should have gone Mercy. Yeah. Like, that reaches kind of like incel territory.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Definitely. I hate girl gamers.
I hate women. They're bad at games. They shouldn't be streaming.
They only like the bad guys. They kind of they only like the good players. They don't even acknowledge the defense.
All right. So as we're going on with stuff like this, I wanted to go over a thing with you. You know, there's always those dudes. I'm just gonna say it. Like, oh my, she read my donation.
Good old Sims.
See?
Good old Sims.
Yep.
For Sims, They're another type of attention. I guess I don't know. Okay, cuz like the word simp has been used for like different things, you know?
It's been overused, honestly.
Yeah. So,
Squirrels in my
talking about
pants is
like
what you're
simp
talking about, right?
simps. Wait, what?
Squirrels in my pants is what you're talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
right?
I want that shirt. I wouldn't mind having that shirt. But anyways, the ones who really like depending on their intentions, cuz like what I'm assuming a simp is, like the true definition of a simp is someone only being nice to a chick to get something out of it, you know? Like
Oh,
for me
I'm
that's
gonna
what
keep
a
donating.
true simp is.
I'm gonna be tier 3 sub, and then maybe after 2 years, she'll start going out with me.
Then realize she has a boyfriend, and then, you know.
How dare you have a boyfriend?
After I gave you all my money.
After I gave you all my money.
Yeah, see,
You're just so...
those people, those true simps, also not good. But then you have the true fans, the people who honestly enjoy their content and treat them like any other content creator, any other streamer that they enjoy watching. And they're just fans, right? Real fans. And then you have the simps who...
Just fans. Only fans.
No. I mean, like, even OnlyFans, like, they really do have their fans that aren't simps, that aren't just there to get something out of them, right? They're people who really just like the fans. Like, certain cosplayers, you know? They have their normal fans that appreciate the art that they're doing for their outfits. But of course, you get the simps.
S to the I to the M to the P.
Squirrels in my pants.
The Simpsons are just, it's been going on for a while. I think it started off a little before Twitch, but definitely Twitch. You could like really see the minorities, the simps, in the streams. Now, how do you feel about like streamers that just kind of go with the simps, giving them the
fuel,
the teases, Louis, the things where she's like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend.
Again, I feel like that has to do with their intentions, cause some girls, they recognize that guys,
they'll give them the bag.
That simps are a thing, and they realize that they can get
they can get the bag, bro. Get the bag from the simps. Get that money,
Exactly. And I feel like some of them do recognize it and they abuse it. And that's when that's where their heart is, If your heart is in just playing a game, streaming, talking to fans, and enjoying yourself, where's the harm in that? There's no harm. But when you're doing it to, to get attention, and you're doing certain things, certain actions to get the attention of, said simps who will pay money and just for you to say their names. It's a joke, but it happens. I feel like that's where it gets, kind of iffy. But then again, there are girl streamers who maybe sometimes they just mention, maybe chat asks, do you have a boyfriend? I mean, I guess you can answer it, but no matter what, how they respond in that situation, there's always going to be those people that are going to be like, she's just doing this to get the attention. She's wearing this to get the attention.
Here's my thought on the matter. Like, I feel like if or if not you're in a relationship, you don't have to tell your community about that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're dating, you don't need to like announce it in
Mhm.
the channel. Like that's your personal business. Like, who
Yep.
cares? But I kind of feel like sometimes, especially if you're a female streamer and stuff like that, maybe because the sad reality of situation, you might want to, you know, tell your fans or just people on stream like, yo, I'm not into, you know, dating the chat.
Yeah.
Uh, just because you think you might know me because you've seen me on stream multiple hours during the week,
Yeah.
um, doesn't mean you know who I am or that I'm interested in you.
Mhm.
You know,
And you know what? I agree with that. What I don't think I agree in it, as in like they have to say it, or they don't even have to say it. But it'd be good to say it, depending on the types of people in the chat. Maybe they have more simps than fans. Maybe they should say it
yeah,
because I mean they should say it to not lead them on, I guess, or whatever. Even though they really have no, how
yeah.
would you say it?
And this kind of like,
They have no deserving of like what they're expecting. Like
like,
just because you do something for them, just because you subscribe or whatever, like doesn't make you able to demand anything from them.
yeah. And this is like a little uh frustrating to me. Like, especially as you get bigger when streaming, like with females, it just doesn't make sense. You know, like celebrities, they don't not necessarily care who you are, but like you shouldn't. They're not trying to lead you on. They're doing their thing. You like their stuff. You like it, but it's not like they want to be in a romantic relation with uh SimpFan69 in the chat. You
Yep.
know?
And I mean, guy streamers, for the most part, I really haven't seen any of it, but they don't have to say, I'm not interested in dating the chat. Why? Because they don't get that type of attention, you know? For the girl streamers who do get that type of attention, maybe they should say it. Not because you're saying, not because, oh, how do I word this? Not because you want to lead them on, but it's because you just recognize that there's people like that there.
Here's my
And
Cash App
I
link,
don't think they
winky
have to say
face.
it. I wish they weren't in a situation where they have to blatantly say it like that because of those people. But because those people exist, because those weirdos out there exist, they just kind of have to address it instead of, ignoring it, or else stuff happens. Tier 3 sub, and all of a sudden, hey, I have a boyfriend. And they didn't know from the start.
Yeah, so that's how I think about that. But also, I feel like the streamers should not retaliate. Like, if it gets like leaked that they had a boyfriend, all that, and then they like start losing subs, like
I
in the
mean,
end, that's the subscribers' decision to make.
mhm.
And if they only subscribe to you because they thought they had a chance to, get in bed with you, then screw them.
Yep. And honestly, I think that's better. I think that's for the best, because if you're gonna have subscribers, if you're gonna be doing something like that, like streaming, doing something that you enjoy, you're gonna want the people following you to be the people who actually care about what you're doing,
Hmm.
rather than what they think they're gonna be able to do with you. And the ones you want to keep are the ones who actually care about your channel, or yeah, your streams, or any of that you're doing. They care about what you're doing, rather than their weird ideas of what'll happen if somehow they got to be with their favorite streamer. Because in the end, that's rare. That's probably not gonna happen, and you can't do that for all those simps. It's just unwanted attention. And if it's unwanted attention, why do you want them to still be there? Although, the idea of being a girl streamer is appealing. And not even a girl streamer, just a streamer, you know?
Oh, speaking of which, what about you personally? Is it appealing to you a little bit?
What's appealing to me is mostly guy streamers. Like,
Mm.
I wish, because, like, it's weird, because I'm not a guy. I can't be a guy streamer. But I want what guy streamers have. And seeing what girl streamers have, I just feel like I can't deal with it. I wish I could just be a streamer that's treated mostly like a guy streamer rather than a girl streamer. But that just can't be a thing. The
I don't.
idea of being a streamer, I like it. Being a girl streamer, that's where it gets hesitant.
I don't know. I kind of think that you lay down the law of the land. Say, look, I'm one of the guys. I'm into these games. I like playing. I like talking with chat. But that's where it's at. No, no,
No simps allowed.
no simps allowed. No OnlyFans
Oh,
links.
bro, that.
No Cash App links. None of that.
Yeah. And then they're probably gonna get those comments of like, watch her change in a few years when she gets popular. People have no faith that girl streamers can just be chill and not end up like, certain other girl gamers.
Gamer girls
Gamer girls.
and girl gamers.
And girl gamers.
Oh,
and then,
speaking of,
Twitch thoughts, but that's a different thing.
it's okay. Okay, now.
I mean, they're a thing. They really
Yeah.
are a thing.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it is, but there's also people that get kind of like thrown in that circle when
Yeah.
that's not their kind of thing. As
Mm-hmm.
take off your shirt, but like all that she does is like, play Dark Souls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating.
And I feel like this has just been in mind. The clothes that female Twitch streamers wear, and they get judged on it, especially like the whole cleavage thing, or like and it's different for every single one, because there's different situations, there's the ones that are doing it on purpose, but if you say they're doing it on purpose, then you seem like, the bad guy, because you're objectifying her,
I'm the bad guy.
Duh. But there's the ones who just they just like it. They just like the clothes that they wear. Like, for example, Hey and B, her clothes aren't revealing.
Like,
right?
people say, oh, she's some people say like, oh, she's not revealing, but like, as you know, she's more voluptuous, so like obviously you're gonna notice it a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
But that's not her fault.
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly.
literally her genes and stuff.
Uh-huh. And for her, I enjoy watching her videos.
Hmm. Yeah. Her streams and her videos are really nice and funny.
Mhm. And I like for certain things that when she gets comments about her that are obviously sexual, because it's so, like, especially like in VR chat, like that's probably gonna be one of the first things you hear.
Yes, the VR chat coomers.
And the way she handles it by joking along,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think it's good, like, for that moment, but then there's other situations where like the person like keeps on going, only doing, like, when the whole thing is like mainly sexual jokes, it just becomes, the chat's gonna be like, why is she always talking about this type of stuff? And then what do they start calling her? You
Twitch
know
shop.
the word.
Mm.
And yeah, but the thing is, I don't feel like for those girls who end up doing that, it's not their fault, because it's just what comes up the most, you know? And so they acknowledge it and they joke about it to not receive it in a bad way, you know?
Now, I don't think like deleting comments is, and this is a little bit off topic, but kind of in. I don't think deleting comments is all right, but like if like someone's like just like being making you feel real uncomfortable, I think muting and blocking the person is fine.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, you can play the game, but that doesn't mean you gotta like harass me and stuff.
Yeah. Man, just the idea of being a girl Twitch streamer, like, there's so many things that could happen. I feel like more often than for the guys when it comes to sexual talk. Cause cause you have different options. You can confront it, you know, saying like, hey, stop doing that. When it's like, let's say, in a game lobby, you know, you can confront it, say, hey, like, that's not cool, can you stop? But they're gonna keep on going, and then you're in this situation where like you have to continue the argument, or like you feel obliged to continue the argument, or you can just straight up mute them, right? So the stream doesn't have to hear it. And I guess the second one would sound like the best option.
Oh, I do have a question for you, Lily.
Mhm.
So, how would you like, and what do you think about this situation where guys go into streams and be like, "Oh, she's only got views, bro, because of her."
Yep. Those are annoying. Like any other comments that are related to that, people are just gonna keep having their opinions on that. Like, for a girl gamer that gets popular, they're gonna say, "Oh, she only got popular because she's a girl," you know, because she looks this way. And there's always gonna be those opinions. And for some, it's more true than false, and for others, it's completely not true.
I feel like there are, like, I don't know, like scientifically, but you know, girl gamers, they do have a slight advantage in the streaming platform, simply because you know,
They're whamming.
they're whamming. Sex sells, and when most of the streamer viewers are male and they see girls in the chat, they're gonna not all of them, but especially like the incels and the squeakers, they're gonna be coomers in the chat.
Yeah.
And then there's also the fact that there's less female streamers than males, so you know,
So it's like a rare pick.
You got the needle in the haystack, but like, yeah, there's that. But it's also not like they have the stream separated, males and females only. Like, it's all just in one big conglomerate. It's all on one page. And if people have problems with like who gets views and whatnot, just don't watch those channels and watch who you think should be getting the views and stuff.
I feel like for other content creators, let's say a guy content creator, when they complain about a girl gamer getting popular because she's a girl, that feels iffy. I don't think they should be mad because of that, because in the end it's not their fault, it's not the girl gamer's fault. It's because of the viewers. So it's not saying like you're only popular because you're a girl. It's like, well, that's what, you know, the simps like. So the issue is what the simps decided to do, to put their money and views on something that they want because of their ideas or what they think they might get, rather than picking something that they enjoy watching because they enjoy watching it. They enjoy what they're doing. They enjoy their personality, the way they play the games. They admire their skills even. So rather, I think it's just where the simps are putting their views in. But I understand that they do get a head start. Not all of them, but some. They get a head start just because they're a girl.
All right. Now, Lily, I want to get into maybe depending like how long this is.
Mm-hmm.
Lily, let's get into the final topic.
Oh,
And
huh?
I think this is gonna be a little big. So, 2020, that's this year. A lot of things been going bad, and summertime's coming to a close, and we're going into the fall. Government says, yo, kids, I don't care there's Rona, your ass is getting to class. What do you think about that, Lily?
No. Big no. Especially in America. Just no.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I can't speak for other countries. I can't even speak for my own country. But if we have so many cases, and we're still not able to, if we're still not able to do the things that we were able to do before, like go to restaurants and not have to be 6 feet apart, then why the heck are you allowing children to go back to school?
I really don't want to see this, and I really hope that this doesn't happen. I kind of get a feeling that, like, with what's gonna happen, kids going back to school, maybe little Timmy's gonna show up on the headlines.
Oh no.
He passed away doing his homework,
Oh
had the
no.
Rona.
Oh no.
All,
I shouldn't be
all just
laughing, but
it's probably nervous laughter, right? This
I
is kind
laugh
of like,
I laugh because of how predictable it is.
yeah,
I laugh that like we literally can predict this stuff to happen, and when it does happen, it's like, well, like what'd you expect?
yeah.
I
And
really don't think they should be going
I mean,
back.
as people say, and a little disclaimer on this, like, I don't have a medical degree, and I have just limited knowledge on the subject, but
Mm-hmm.
as we know, COVID-19, people, and I believe the CDC has also come to this determined that, younger kids, survive the COVID-19
Mm-hmm.
a lot better. It's a lot, they deal with it a lot more, and it's harder to contract. But like, these schools are like cesspools for like germs and
Yeah.
viruses. So
Bro, can you
little
imagine
Timmy,
freaking
little Sally, yeah,
kindergartners?
yeah, little Timmy, little Sally are gonna come home, bring that to the house. Now the parents sick, and oh look, grandma came
Oh,
over to visit,
please.
and now
Oh my gosh.
his grandma's 6 feet under, because people didn't want to stay 6 feet apart. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I feel like in America it's obviously not gonna happen because, land of the free and all that. That people are so obsessed with that idea that they get so upset when they can't go to, their restaurants and stuff, and they
Hmm.
get mad that they have to wear masks. If everyone could just be in agreement and be like, hey, you know what? This thing's kind of bad.
This thing is bigger than us.
Yeah.
It's this global kind of thing, and it's
So
you
can we
know
just like all agree to listen and just like for a little while not go out and just stay inside? Let's see how it turns out, And then we can walk on, oh, would you look at that? Cases are down. The spread has decreased. Well, that can't happen here because people just want to go out. And I feel like for the virus, for me it's bizarre that there are so many cases. And the only reason for the masks and and the whole protocols of what they've added is to help those because the ones who are dying are the ones with the weaker immune systems. They're the ones who like already have some type of health problem,
hmm
So imagine if they didn't make us wear masks and they didn't make us go through that protocols, then we're like completely ignoring those who need the help. And we're just saying like, oh, hey, I don't care about you. I probably have Rona, so here, take it. And you're probably gonna die. And that's you're just being selfish. You're not being considerate of those who need the protection.
But Lily, me going to Walmart,
Oh,
you can't be getting rid of my constitutional rights.
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's really people out there like that. There's really people out there like that they don't care about those people. Cause if you're gonna be like, oh, then why don't those people just stay home? Maybe they can't. Maybe they have to go out to shop for food just like you. But if no one's wearing the mask, they're just in more danger of getting it and potentially dying. So just wear a mask.
Yeah, you wearing the mask. We're trying to stop the spread, and you might say, "Oh, I'm not wearing my mask. I'm not sick."
That's not the point.
That's not the point,
point.
because you're not wearing your mask. Old Jimbo's not wearing the mask. Karen's not wearing the mask.
Oh,
And then
Karen.
what you know, Karen spread that COVID to you, and now you bring that to the house, and now it's spreading across your neighborhood, all because people are not complying. It's just stupid.
Mhm.
But like, for me, I'm not like more frustrated with like kids having to go back to school like this. I'm like, really, the problem is that I have to be worried because of how the contraction and death rates have been going on in the U.S. Like, if we had like low percentages, how be more fine with kids going to school, because there's this pandemic going on, but also like you're kind of sorry, we still gotta get these kids their education, or else we're gonna have like obviously adults that are just behind. I understand that, but we shouldn't be in this situation where we just gotta force the schools to be open regardless of the situation going on outside. It shouldn't have been like this at this part of the year. Like, the numbers should have severely decreased to what they are now. But hey,
if everyone had just listened.
That's what we decide, I guess.
Yep. And you know what? I remember, because Rona was still happening when I was still in my senior year of high school. And I remember so well that my teacher had said that what he was mostly worried about this whole coronavirus, not about how many people were gonna die from it, not oh my gosh, how will our lives be with the whole mask and things like that and things shutting down. It wasn't even about the businesses. It wasn't even about how much about the economy or anything like that. It was about where are the parents going to put their children at? If for like many of them, school is like nursery for them. They
work
because they can't always bring them to work.
They work during the day. The kids go to school during the day too, and I can't get off because of my job. And I got these little kids, and I don't have anyone to watch over them.
I guess what's frustrating is that we didn't take it seriously from the start, and now we're in this situation where we're forced, supposedly, to put our kids back in school because education, and where are we going to put them? We can't bring them to work. And some schools are really trying their best to keep it as clean as possible.
Now, that's with schools, but like the higher education, that's frustrating me a bit right now, because this especially affects me and my younger brother, who's recently graduated. And these universities, they have the books, the dorm fees, the campus stuff fees that you gotta pay.
Yep.
But what's happening? We're getting teach on Zoom.
Yep.
But we're getting charged for the for like as if we were going to the university, but
Yep.
I'm literally in my house on the computer, and I gotta pay these kind of bills.
That I don't even get to enjoy. I'm
You-
paying for stuff I can't even enjoy.
Yeah. You don't get the proper education, and they expect you to pay the same amount of money. And especially with how it's going right now, people are losing their jobs during the, the pandemic and the quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these kids don't even have their part-time jobs anymore because they got furloughed or whatever, and they still got to be paying the fees to you'll go on the campus, see the professor, but literally they're just taking online tests and stuff. It's just stupid.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
But hey,
And then you got the other countries opening up, and they're all cool. Why? Because they paid attention to it from the very start. But America was just like, nah.
but hey, I guess that's 2020 for you.
Where's your 2020 vision? But
Yeah.
you know what? Eventually, it'll subside.
Yeah. And I know we went over like darker topics and more downer topics, but I'm hoping less of that would happen as we go on through this year. But honestly, it might not, because 2020 has just been that wacky year.
Yeah.
But hey,
I miss 2018 with the clowns. This isn't forever.
This is Dan 104 and Lily. Thank you for watching the NPC. If you got any suggestions or topics you want us to talk about, leave them in the comments section, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Adios.